Another new feature in Titan is the queue view and playback view options. On the Expert, if you wish, you can press View and then the blue swap of the queue or queue list to view. On a Tiger Touch, Expert Touchwing or Titan Mobile, what you can do is along the bottom of the screen where you're seeing your queues, simply click on the one you wish to view. This will then bring up a spreadsheet view. If it's a single queue, you'll get just the one line. If it's a chase or queue list, this will list every value. On the left hand side, you've got the queue number. The queues are displayed numerically in the list. The legend, if it has one. You then have the global delay and fade in times. And then next to this, you have the global delay out and fade out times. You have the fixture overlap value, defined here. Next to it, you have the link offset. You have the preload, so if you wish to have the current fixtures preloaded for the next queue. The dimmer curve, unique to that one queue. The autoload value, so if you wish to have other chases, queue lists or queues loaded within this one queue, you can do it from here. The timecode value, if you choose to use it. There's also a section for notes, and then a dedicated View Queue button. This will show the contents of that specific queue. If you want to edit things, say for example the fade time, simply click on a field and enter a new value. If you wish to edit multiple ones at once, click and drag the fields you wish to edit, and then enter a new value. Same for the delay times, the delay out and the fade out times. Now the link option, this is where you can create part queues as known on the strand or follow-on queues. The default is wait for go, which is your traditional hit go and you advance to the next queue option. If you select it, you've got three options. So wait for go is the default. Link after previous queue is where you create your follow-ons. By default, if you change it to after previous, it will trigger as soon as Q1 is finished fading. If you wish to set an offset, you can then use the link offset option here. Traditionally used in seconds, you can also use it as a percentage. This will take the percentage time of queue number 1 as your offset. If you wish to change it to link with previous queue, this means as soon as Q1 is fired, Q2 will go also. Again, you can create an offset with this to create a little part queue. You can link several queues together in this way, with each one's trigger point being the previous queue. By using a combination of delay times, fade times and link offsets, you can start creating really complex movement sequences. For the preload option, if you select it, you can then choose preload next queue. All fixtures in the next queue that aren't used in the current queue will preset colour, position, gobos, pretty much everything except dimmer and shapes. For the dimmer curve, you can choose a dedicated one. So linear is the traditional one. You've got always on, relay curves, square curves, most things that are also found in our Art 2000 Touring Mac series, but dedicated just to that one queue. The autoload function, if you select it, you can then choose to load other queues. You can also load other chases, and then queue lists, you can choose specific steps from within other queue lists. So you could create a master queue list that then fires other slave queue lists from within it. The timecode value, you can edit this either straight away using the timecode value box down here, or you can record timecode values using the timecode option from the root menu. Now if you hit the View Queue button, what this does is bring up a dedicated spreadsheet just for that queue list, just for that queue step. It will then list every fixture in the queue, every channel it's using, and the delay and fade for every single channel. So if you want to edit from in here, just like with the spreadsheet view, select some values and then input an individual fade time, say 5 seconds for dimmer. Now if you want to edit palette information, there's your option for that. If you've used picture legends in your queue, then the image will be displayed in the spreadsheet view. And the levels will give you the raw DMX values, or the percentage values, depending on what value you've used. To change from here, again, select the value, you get default ones down the side. If it's a percentage, you get these 5 choices. If it's a colour wheel, for example, it will then give you the colours you can choose from. You can choose to put in your own value or choose from the list.